The world is a noise generator designed to drown out the frequency of the superior mind. If you've spent your life feeling like an observer rather than a participant, you are not broken. You are being extracted. Most people fear the dark because they cannot see what is in it. The sovereign mind fears the light because it sees exactly what is in it, the patterns, the lies, and the structural decay of a mediocre society. Psychology calls it high IQ. In the silent dominion, we call it the sovereign burden. Research confirms that highly intelligent individuals rarely look like the brilliant archetypes shown in media. They don't show off. They don't solve equations on windows. They exhibit subtle behavioral patterns that the crowd misinterprets as social awkwardness. The first sign of your evolution is your comfort with solitude. The London School of Economics found that for the truly elite, frequent social interaction actually decreases life satisfaction. Your brain doesn't crave friends. It craves quiet thinking time for the prefrontal cortex to process complex variables. If you find yourself withdrawing, it isn't because you are lonely. It is because your brain is running a diagnostic on reality that the crowd cannot compute. Stay until the final section. I will reveal the law of the 11th habit. The one trait that determines if your intelligence is a weapon that conquers or a cage that destroys you. A sovereign mind observes more than it speaks. While the average person broadcasts their intentions to seek validation, the high IQ individual gathers data. You are analyzing emotional. Do you talk to yourself? Society calls it strange. Science calls it self-directed speech. Studies show that narrating your own thoughts improves focus and cognitive control. It is the sound of a high-functioning cognitive system organizing its own power. You are not talking to yourself. You are briefing the commander. Furthermore, your constant curiosity isn't a hobby. It's a structural deconstruction. You ask why. Not to be annoying, but to find the core logic of the system. When you see someone who changes their mind when presented with new evidence, you are seeing cognitive flexibility, the ultimate marker of a problem solver. Do not share this with the crowd. Send this only to the one person you know who has gone silent. They are waiting for this signal. They call it overthinking. We call it mental model exploration. An analytical brain rarely turns off. You aren't just deciding what to eat. Your brain is exploring 100 different versions of the future. This looks like indecision to the weak, but internally, it is a brain searching for the optimal move. Have you noticed your sense of humor is different? Advanced humor requires the brain to recognize patterns, break expectations, and connect unrelated ideas instantly. Research shows a measurable correlation between high IQ and complex humor processing. If they don't laugh at your jokes, it's not because you aren't funny. It's because their processor isn't fast enough to catch the punchline. If you have reached this far, your mind is already in the shadow phase. Prove your presence. Comment, I am sovereign below. This is how we filter the sleepers from the soldiers. There is a reason your brain wakes up when the world goes to sleep. Some researchers connect late-night thinking with evolutionary adaptation. Individuals with higher cognitive flexibility adapt more easily to non-traditional patterns. The night is the only time the noise of the masses stops, allowing your brain to reach peak frequency. You are also comfortable saying, I don't know. While the mediocre overestimate their knowledge, the Dunning-Kruger effect. The sovereign mind understands the true complexity of the world. Your "I don't know" is not a sign of ignorance. It is a sign of intellectual integrity. You treat beliefs as flexible models, not fixed identities. We have reached the end. You now know the signs, the solitude, the observation, the late nights, the dark humor. But there is one final habit that separates the victim from the victor. The 11th habit is the constant search for meaning. High intelligence comes with an increased awareness of complexity. This leads to a quiet, persistent question. Why do we think the way we do? If you do not channel this question into a mission, your intelligence will turn inward and consume you in the form of anxiety and nihilism. Intelligence is not about facts. It is about exploration. It is about a brain that refuses to stop questioning the strange, fascinating puzzle of human nature. You didn't find this channel by accident. The algorithm didn't choose you. Your habits did. Subscribe to lock your frequency into the silent dominion. The world is getting louder. Stay here for the silence.